Hello everyone, my name is Chip and thank you all very much. The channel has just crossed 900 subscribers. Woo! It's a great feeling to see at the end of the year having crossed a milestone, so thank you very much. And to kind of celebrate, I thought we'd wind out the rest of the year by playing some mono-white Zirda taxes. Zirda the Dawnwaker is a 3-mana, 3/3 elemental fox creature that can be your companion. Its companion cost is each permanent in our starting deck has to have an activated ability. And it has a static ability that abilities we activate that aren't mana abilities cost 2 less to activate. This effect can't reduce the mana in that cost to less than 1 mana. This just stops us going infinite with any old thing, and target creature can't block this turn is its activated ability for 1 generic mana. So this is a pretty free roll companion in taxes, isn't it? All we have to do is Esper Sentinel, Thalia, Arbiter, Flicker Wisp, Skyclave Apparition, Solitude, Brutal Cathar, and then yeah, we're pretty good to go. So what on earth are we going to build? Well, here's a deck I prepared earlier. Yes, this is my mono-white Zirda taxes list. Every permanent in the deck has an activated ability, and even every permanent in the sideboard has an activated ability, so Zirda is staying as the companion forever. We are not tilting away from this. Now, because it only applies to permanents, we are getting to run some sweet pieces of removal, so we get some cool things like Condemn and Swallow Whole that I'm trying over main deck Path to Exile. In the place of Thalia, I'm running 4 Judges Familiar, and we get to do some cool stuff like run Timeless Dragons and Giant Killers and Ranger-Captain of Eos, along with our equipment package with Stoneforge Mystic. So hopefully we're just a good old strong deck and we get the occasional 8th card. So we're going to take this through some games and see how we go. And if you guys enjoy it, please let me know by leaving a like down below. And if you guys really want, I'm more than happy to take this deck through a league. Just with it getting near the end of the year, I thought a nice casual video might be a bit more fun than a nail-biting league. Anyway, let's get on with some games. Alrighty, we lost the die roll. We reveal our Zirda. This is a really good hand. Opponent reveals a Loris, so we might get ripped apart by Thoughtseize or something, but I think this is still a really good hand. Opponent plays a mountain into a Ragavan. Delightful. Let's go Flagstones and use our 1-of Prismatic Ending to get rid of the Ragavan. Pass the turn there. Dragon's Rage Channeler, Watery Grave, and they pass. Okay, let's go to our turn. Back up Stoneforge, hey? Let's just run out Stoneforge Mystic, grab our Kaldra, pass the turn. Blood Crypt, untapped from our opponent. So Death Shadow Dragon's Rage maybe? Okay, Thoughtseize to take our Kaldra. It's gonna hurt. They throw away a Drown in the Lock. No attacks from our opponent and they pass the turn. Let's play the newly drawn Plains. Let's just go for another Stoneforge. Grab a Sword of Fire and Ice. And then we'll just run out the Aether Vial. Go to combat and swing in for 1. Opponent takes it down to 15 and pass the turn to them. Expressive Iteration. Mishra's Bauble gets exiled. They play a Blood Crypt. Tapped? No, untapped. Okay. Thoughtseize again. Takes our Sword of Fire and Ice. Plays the Bauble from exile. Go to our turn. Aether Vial ticking up. Giver of Runes is cool. Let's play Horizon Canopy. Gideon of the Trials. Prevent any damage from the Dragon's Rage Channeler, run out Giver of Runes, swing in for 2. Opponent cracks the Bauble, looking at our top card, goes to block, yep, doesn't deal any damage though, pass the turn there. Has to attack each turn and I'm going to stop it dealing damage. That feels pretty good. Bloodstained Mire from our opponent, they crack it. Get themselves a basic swamp. Loris to hand. Has to swing in, deals no damage. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit, and I'm going to Aether Vial in the Judge's Familiar, which works. Go to our turn. Aether Vial, ticking up. Plains. Okay. So we can draw a card. Let's use the Ghost Quarter. That's a good one. Let's run out Ranger-Captain. Search up a 1-drop. Let's just get a Giant Killer, just in case our opponent's planning on doing anything nasty. And opponent scoops it up there. Very nice. Let's go to the old sideboard. We're going to bring in all the Burrington Forge Tenders. I believe most of their removal is red, except for a few exceptions of black. I think Condemn might be pretty good because I do suspect they're the Death Shadow variant. I don't think we need Paths. Cathar's Commando probably not doing a lot. So let's bring in the Selfless Spirits and the Remorseful Clerics. Over what? I'm going to trim 2 vials. I think, oh, we got a whole playset to move, don't we? Oh dear, got a lot of cuts to make. So we're all about protection here. Swallow Whole's really good. Their creatures have to tap. Think I'm cutting Aether Vials and maybe Gideon's. Really? That felt really good with Gideon, but maybe it is Gideon getting cut here. I think so. Run it back like that. Let's reveal the Zirda. Let's keep this hand. They will Thoughtseize, more than likely. Scalding Tarn, cracking it. Blood Crypt, untapped. Red for the Ragavan. Okay. Passes to us. Let's play Flagstones and pass. Opponent swings in with the Ragavan. No blocks. Condemn. Oh, I haven't condemned something in so long. I forgot how good it feels. Sure, opponent's got the Thoughtseize. Does take the Stoneforge. That's very fair, opponent. Let's go to our turn. Another Condemn. All right. Giver of Runes. Judge is familiar. Pass the turn. Hope they miss their land drop again, and I will Field of Ruin that Blood Crypt. Dragon's Rage Channeler from our opponent. And they pass. Okay. Field of Ruin. Let's go to combat. Absolutely swinging with both. Then let's blow up the Blood Crypt. Get ourselves a Plains. Opponent has to pick what color they want now. Just gets the mountain. Pass it there. Lightning Bolt on my Giver of Runes. I'll counter that. Okay. They just want to make sure they can hit a land drop next turn because they kept the card on top. All right. They'll swing in for one. We will Condemn. Go to our turn. Another Condemn. Okay, well, I know what we're doing today. Swing in for one. Just get Zirda to hand. If they Thoughtseize it, they Thoughtseize it. Pass the turn there. Watery Grave. Untapped. Opponent Thoughtseizes. Spends a card to take our extra card. Companions are good, even when they're bad. Passes to us. Oh, that's a good one. Ranger-Captain of Eos. Let's get Burrington Forge Tender. Run out the Forge Tender. Go to combat. Swing in for one. Opponent takes it down to 9. Pass the turn there. Opponent has a Death Shadow. Okay. Passes to us. Another Flagstones. Let's give the Ranger-Captain Pro Black. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Take it down to 6. Let's tap Flagstones. Play Flagstones. Keep the Flagstones. Gonna get ourselves a Plains. And yeah, we're just gonna blow up the Watery Grave now. Get ourselves a Plains, make our opponent choose again. They will probably get black here. Yes, they do. Pass the turn. Croxar, gonna make us discard. Okay, I will discard a Condemn. Opponent swings in. So do we want them to get 13? They run a lot of hand hate. They can probably stop the Condemn in future. So we'll just take out one. They've probably got another one in hand. That's why they attacked like that. But we're not too fussed. We've got Stoneforge Mystic. So here's sort of Light and Shadow here. Cast it immediately. Swing in for 4. And opponent scoops it up there. So I got it and cast it to dodge the Thoughtseize. All right, I'm really happy with that because we could use the Sword of Light and Shadow to then get the other Stoneforge Mystic back. And then we could use that to go get things like Caldra and stuff. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that went. Condemn felt good. Even just getting Zirda Thoughtseize meant they couldn't hold the Thoughtseize to stop something else. So then the Ranger-Captain got to come down and get another threat down. It was all very, very good. Awesome. Getting your opponent mana stuck and being able to take him off lands, that felt really, really good. All right, we won the die roll this time. Let's go first. Let's reveal Zirda. And it's a tax hand. Let's keep Plains, Giver of Runes, pass. Playing them this way because the Giver of Runes can't have Summoning Sickness to be useful. So if we draw a Stoneforge, we're laughing. Opponent plays an island into an Aether Vial. So we're versing the Merfolk. So Giant Killer might come in handy. Pass back to us. Condemn, also very good. So Horizon Canopy, run out Judge's Familiar. I can't think of a 0-drop that would punish us for swinging with the Giver. Get in for 1, pass the turn. Aether Vial ticking up. Stuck on 1 land. Okay. Field of Ruin. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Opponent takes it. I'm just going to buy Zirda here. Pass the turn there. Aether Vial up to 2. And there's the island. Opponent seems to be just happy passing. Timeless Dragon 2. Oh, that's really good with Zirda. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to combat. We'll swing in for 1. Opponent activates Aether Vial. Silvergill Adept into play. Gets to draw a card. No blocks. Passes to us. So let's go to our main phase Zirda. Then Field of Ruin pass. Opponent keeps the Aether Vial on 2. Master of the Pearl Trident. Okay. No attacks from our opponent. They pass to us. I almost don't want to cycle the Timeless Dragon, actually. I know we get to show it off, but we actually get to cast it. And I think swinging him for 5 that they can't really beat is better than swinging him for 4 on the same turn. Yeah. Stoneforge 2. Horizon Canopy. So we could run out Stoneforge. Get Caldra. Let's do it. Run out Stoneforge Mystic. Let's get Caldra. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. We will plane cycle the Timeless Dragon now. Stoneforge change some of our maths. Get ourselves a Plains. And then we're going to eternalize our Timeless Dragon. And thanks to Zirda, that'll only cost 3 mana. Pass the turn there. Aether Vial ticking up to 3. Opponent scoops up the entire match. Oh dear, that's a damn shame. So something I've been doing when people don't play the whole match, I put best of 3 please in the comments, and when they don't, I just block them. But yeah, good game. Beat Merfolk. All right, we've lost the die roll. We're going to reveal Zirda. It's not great, but I guess we can keep Snow-Covered Forest into an Abundant Growth from our opponent. Stoneforge certainly changes his hand, so Plains into Giver of Runes. Better lucky than good, hey? Little Christmas present to myself. Stoneforge Mystic off the top. Pass to them. Verdant Catacombs. They pass back to us. Caldra in hand. Okay. Well, let's run out Stoneforge Mystic. I think we're going to get Sword of Fire and Ice here. Pass the turn there. No attacks. Opponent's going to crack the Verdant Catacombs, get a Temple Garden tapped, and goes to their turn. Snow-covered plains. Enchantress's Presence. Okay, well, we could be in trouble, but we've got the Cathar Commando. So I think what we're going to do this turn is we're going to play Ghost Quarter. We're going to run out Aether Vial, and then Stoneforge Mystic in Caldra. Go to combat, swing in for 5, so it's Enchantress. This is going to be a problem, isn't it? All right, they take it down to 14, pass the turn. Snow-covered plains, Utopia Sprawl on the snow-covered forest. Okay, the name white. On thin ice, okay, on the same land. Taking the Giver Runes, well, we'll give Caldra Pro White, and there's the Solitary Confinement. So hopefully this Cathar Commando really ruins their day. Aether Vial ticking up. Condemn as well. Okay, Horizon Canopy, Cathar Commando. Do we go after the Enchantress's Presence or the Solitary Confinement? Because if we go after the Enchantress's Presence, they get stuck. But then if they draw another Enchantress, they're good. So I think we've got to go after Solitary Confinement here. Well, opponent doesn't care. All right. Cathar Commando, good enough. Good enough. Well, we've got another one to run. And that might be it. Path to Exiles over Condemn, probably. Yeah, I guess we just ditch the other Condemn. Swallow Whole, we can still use Giant Killer to tap the creature if we need to. But everything else I think we're pretty set on. Don't think we need to gain life. Run it back like that. All right, let's reveal Zirda. Ooh, this one doesn't do a whole lot, does it? It's mulligan. This one does nothing. Let's mulligan. Also does nothing, but I'm not mulligan again. We're going to keep. I'm going to throw back Field of Ruin and Condemn. Snow-covered forest into a Utopia Sprawl. Choosing white. Let's go to our turn. Hey, it's a good draw. Play Flagstones and pass. Opponent's stuck on one land. Okay, Plains, pass. Sanctum Weaver. Okay, so now let's run out Cathar Commando. Go to our turn. Aether Vial's pretty cool. I think we blow up the Utopia Sprawl, maybe? What if we just attack? Throw out an attack there. Opponent's going to block. Okay, let's run out Aether Vial, pop the Utopia Sprawl then, pass the turn. And opponent scoops up the match? All right. Really happy with that. Didn't get to see Zirda, but we just romper stomped Enchantress with Cathar Commando. Man, Cathar Commando is really good. All right, we lost the die roll here. Opponent's on the 61 card special. Let's reveal Zirda. We're going to keep this hand. Opponent mulligan down to 5. Scalding Tarn from our opponent. They crack it immediately. Get themselves a Blood Crypt, untapped. Oh, let us dodge Thoughtseize. They're tapping for black. Oh, Thoughtseize. All right, this hand gets a lot worse now. They do take the Stoneforge. They pass to us. Well, let's lead on a Cave of the Frost Dragon. We'll just run out of Judge's Familiar. Pass it there. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay, opponent's stuck on one land. Got Ghost Quarter. Let's go to combat, swing in for 1. Let's make them pick a color of mana. They go for black. Pass the turn there. They swing in for 1. Okay, we'll take it. Down to 19. Watery Grave, untapped. Death's Shadow. Okay. Death's Shadow. Awesome. Let's go to our turn. Plains. Judge's Familiar. Let's go to combat, hey? Swing in for 1. Pass the turn there. Opponent goes to combat. No attacks. All right, smart move opponent. Passes to us. Sword of Light and Shadow. So Ghost Quarter. Don't think we can afford to take the turn off the Condemn. I don't think one turn would hurt too much. They could have Thoughtseize. We could counter the Thoughtseize. Yeah. Let's just go to combat and swing in. Opponent takes it down to 9. Pass the turn there. No attacks from our opponent. They've got to be careful with the cards they play as well, actually. What do we draw? Horizon Canopy. Very nice. Let's run out Sword of Light and Shadow. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 7. Pass the turn, because then we'll get the Stoneforge Mystic back, and that's when stuff gets really fun. Opponent threatening an attack. Does swing in. No blocks. Let's Condemn a Death Shadow. That kills both of their Death Shadows. Well, there's a pause. Surely they knew. Surely they knew that's how that worked. They didn't attack for so long. Did they think I was bluffing? Opponent has sent us a message. They have sent, they think both went to their library, but nope, one is in the grave. Okay, fair enough. Perhaps they're new to Magic Online. Yeah, so now we're down to 17, and they scoop it up. Okay, awesome. Death Shadow, hey? Don't think we need the Cathar Commandos. Don't think we need Swallow Whole. I think we need Path to Exile and Burringtons over Timeless Dragons. Might be it. Yeah, run it back like that. All right, we've lost the die roll. We will still reveal Zirda. Oh, that's not a good hand. That's not a hand that wins you games. 8 mulligan against Thoughtseize decks, but I mean, really? Mulligan. Sure, we can keep this one. Let's throw away Path, I guess. Blood Crypt from our opponent. Untapped. Oh, going for the Ragavan. Okay. Passes to us. Rising Canopy. Barrington Forge Tender. Pass the turn there. Hope all of their removal is red. Watery Grave, untapped. Dragon's Rage Channeler, Mishra's Bauble, throws away another Dragon's Rage. Okay, looks at our top card, no attacks, and passes. They get to draw a card. Well, they know about the Ghost Quarter, so let's play it. Let's run out Aether Vial, Prismatic Ending on the Dragon's Rage, pass the turn there. No attacks. Expressive Iteration without playing a land. Okay. Polluted Delta gets exiled. So they play the Polluted Delta. No attacks and passes. Okay. This Burrington's really holding down the fort. Back up Gideon. Let's play Field of Ruin and pass. No attacks. We're probably going to aggressively Field of Ruin. Maybe their red source if they get another blue-black, but we'll just see what happens. Blue-red. So yeah, let's go after the red source, I guess. After their turn, another Polluted Delta. All right. So our Field of Ruin's just mostly to fix our own mana, then dress down. Okay. And opponent scoops up the match. Dress down to get rid of the Burrington's effect, but it can still trade with the Ragavan. Oh, okay. No, that's cool. This list is cool. All right, won the die roll. Let's go first. Let's reveal our Zirda. I'm going to keep this hand. Let's go Plains into Aether Vial. Pass it there. Opponent leads on a Sunken Hollow. Okay, I've never seen that before. Passes to us. Aether Vial ticking up. Play Horizon Canopy and pass. We can flash in the Cathar Commando, so no point doing it now. Swamp from our opponent. Passing to us. Let's flash in Cathar Commando. Activate Aether Vial. Put Judge's Familiar into play. Go to our turn. Aether Vial ticking up. Opponent casts Omen of the Sea. Okay, still ticking up my Aether Vial. Another Judge's Familiar. Let's cast it now. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Pass the turn there. Creeping Tar Pit from our opponent. Passes to us. Aether Vial. Let's tick it up to 3. Horizon Canopy. Go to combat. Swing in for 5. Let's get Zirda to hand. Pass the turn there. Cunning Nightbonder. So spells they cast with Flash can't be counted and cost 1 less. Okay, play an island. Swing in for 2. Activate Aether Vial, Zirda. Opponent casts Quicken, so the next spell they cast can be cast as though it had Flash. Draw a card. Let's Judge's Familiar that. Okay, so opponent's just casting a Slitherwisp, so we counted the Quicken. Awesome. Go to blockers, take out their thing. Awesome. All right, that was really good. Go to our turn. Aether Vial can stay where it is. Ranger-Captain. Okay. Yeah, let's just get this Gideon down. Make the Slitherwisp not deal any damage. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Opponent's going to block. Their creature dies. Our creature lives. Pass the turn there. We are presenting lethal opponent. Call of the Death Dweller. So return up to 2 target creature cards. So they're going to return 1. Okay. It's got Death Touch and Menace. Let's use Aether Vial. Put our Ranger-Captain into play. And opponent scoops it up there. All right. So our opponent's playing some sort of flash deck. I've seen similar things, but mostly from like arena style stuff. They've got some reanimation going on. Let's just get some Remorseful Clerics in there. I don't think Cathar Commando's doing a lot though, so I think we can get rid of that. And because their stuff has flash, I think this is a game where Path to Exile comes in over Swallow Whole. I think that's it. Run it back like that. All right, reveal Zirda. This is an amazing hand we're going to keep. Creeping Tar Pit from our opponent. Okay, let's go to our turn. Plains, and we're going to go a bit slower here. We're going to run out Aether Vial and pass. Swamp from our opponent. Yep, Cunning Nightbonder. Nothing we can do about that. Passes to us. Aether Vial ticking up. Let's just play Plains. Do we run out the other Aether Vial? I think we do. Pass the turn there. Opponent swings in for 2. We're going to take it. Down to 18. In the end step, activate Aether Vial. Give Runes into play. Go to our turn. Aether Vial's ticking up. Judge's Familiar as well. So now what do we do? Do we go Ghost Quarter, get Zirda to hand? Yep, that's what we do. Ghost Quarter, get Zirda. Pass the turn there. No attacks. Now, unfortunately, Judge's Familiar doesn't let their flash spells get counted if they play into it. Omen of the Sea, yep, can't counter it, but it costs 1 less for them. That's good. Cunning Nightbonder again. Okay, now they're going to be able to cast some big stuff. Island. Opponent swings in for 4. We're going to take it. Opponent casts Contingency Plan. All right, they get to look at their top 5 cards and put them back in any order. And they get to put some in their graveyard as well. Interesting. So they're putting a swamp, an island, swamp. So they're a bit flooded. They're not interested in seeing any more lands. And Sign in Blood to draw 2 cards. Okay, they're passing to us. So Aether Vial, put in Stoneforge Mystic. Let's just grab Kaldra here. Aether Vial. Oh, opponent scoops it up there. Not interested in versing the Kaldra. Alrighty, Zirda Taxes. You know what? I was pretty happy with that. And that's just some kitchen table level magic for you. Not a league, but it's done really, really well. And I think that's just honestly, we've underestimated Zirda. Now, there's definitely some cards we don't get to run. We don't get to run Thalia and stuff. But, you know, Judge's Familiar does a good impression of that. And I was running Dovin over Gideon of the Trials, but the +1 on Gideon of the Trials does what Dovin does. And the additional cost to instant sorceries and artifacts honestly isn't as relevant anymore as it once was. Overall, though, I'm having a really good time with the deck. It's not the build I wanted to make, but it turns out I can't make it with Urza's Saga, so thanks, Zirda. But yeah, it's good. We got to condemn some things, which felt really fun. We haven't done that in so long. I love that Condemn is really good. Sword of Light and Shadow has proven itself time and time again in testing, just being able to get things back. Getting a Stoneforge Mystic, getting a Sword of Light and Shadow instead of getting the Caldra means that even if they kill the Stoneforge Mystic, the next creature that gets to attack gets the Stoneforge Mystic back. So it's just very difficult for them to deal with. Ranger-Captain, amazing. Just being able to sacrifice it to stop combos and stuff is just icing on the cake for the search engine that it provides. And yeah, it's just been a really good time testing this list. Honestly, I think, and this is an issue with Companion as a whole, we're only going to get more creatures with activated abilities, and maybe that activated ability will benefit from having Zirda. Timeless Dragon's pretty amazing with Zirda, a 3-mana flying 4/4 that draws you a plains. That feels really good. It's uncounterable as well, so I'm definitely having a lot of fun with that. But yeah, overall, we're just a solid Stoneforge list with a tax sub-theme, but I really think you can make this work with a lot of lists. So Zirda, in a lot of games when we get it, it's just an extra card. And I think that's kind of where you want to be with your companion decks, is you want to be able to just have it as an extra card and nice to have and not rely on it. We're not really relying on it. The only real positive we have is being able to equip Caldra, and our sword's a bit cheaper. Everything gets a little bit cheaper. Stoneforge Mystic, Giant Killer, Caldra, swords, they get cheaper. Field of Ruin for 1 mana always feels really good, but apart from that, it's just a card that we can run because we can, and I love it, and I love casting it when an opponent blood moons us and stuff. It's just great. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy the video, and until next year, have fun.